Hi, in this video we're going to be talking about the Microsoft Edge bar, and what that is. It's a little bar you could have up to the side with a news feed, and you could do traffic and sports and weather and all kinds of stuff that you could customize. It's similar to the widgets that you have in Windows 11, but I think it's a little more customizable and I kind of like it better. So this is the widgets, by the way, which you could technically, tweak as well. But to get to the Edge bar, once you open Edge, click on the settings ellipsis there, more tools, launch Edge bar, and then it'll be off to the side here. So even if you minimize your main Edge window there, you'll have it there. So we have the weather, stories, finances, sports, traffic, that kind of thing. And then you could also search up here. And if you want to, add other sites, it's got MSN by default. You could do Bing. You could check your email if you have an Outlook account. You could add a site. So let's say we wanted to add Newsweek. To our feed here. Then it'll add that, and then you can just kind of toggle between them. And then you'll see the stories on Newsweek, and if you don't want something, just remove it. And then you have some other options down here, so profile settings, rewards we don't really care about. We'll get to the settings in a second here. And if you want to auto hide it, you could do that. That'll put it off to the side here. Ignore this box here. This is a upcoming Windows 11 feature for a search bar right on the desktop, but this has nothing to do with the Edge bar, so just ignore that. Then you can bring it back. If you want to unpin it, then you can move it around, put it on the other side there, bring it back. It's kind of like you kind of drag and it pops up to the off to the side here, kind of like your other windows do. Minimize. If you minimize, you'll have this little guy here, which you could kind of move around and then just kind of click on to bring it back up. You could close it. Refresh your feed, change your language, and then we have the settings for personalizing your feed here. So once you do that, you'll have a ton of different things you could add. So let's say you want to pick a category. Let's say you want to add comics to your feed here. And then let's go back. Now that it's added, we could click on refresh. And sometimes you got to kind of search for it. It's not going to necessarily show up at the top, but we'll see if it finds one here. There you go. There's a comic right there. And if you don't want a story, you could close it and hide it. Not interested, report an issue, that kind of thing. And so back over here, you have all kinds of different categories. You could search for topics. And if you want to have a followed list, you could add stuff. See, that's the comics that I added there. Follow certain sources. You could block sources and topics as well, so really customizable. And you have all kinds of other stuff here for saved stories and your histories and experience settings. You want to see reactions and what cards if you want to turn off the weather and finance and sports and that kind of thing. So you can really tweak what this does up here. And then back here we have our settings here. So if you want to have the vertical layout, which is this, the search only layout, which is like this, which kind of matches the upcoming Windows 11 desktop search bar. And then you could kind of go back here, vertical layout. And you kind of drag it to pin it again. Enable the floating button. That was that one we saw when we minimized it. Refresh. If you click on settings, it'll take you back to your Edge settings. And then right here, if you don't want to have to go into your settings and turn that on, you could come here and have it automatically start with the computer. And then you can go back here to Personalization Options once again. And then if you go here back to the three dots, you can see that Windows key plus Shift plus F is the shortcut key to open it. So if you don't have it set to startup, if you could remember the shortcut, then you could use that to open the feed rather than go to the Windows settings. So it's a pretty cool feature. So if you're an Edge user and you like to have all your news and stuff off to the side here, then you could enable this and really customize it and fine-tune it and make it work the way you like. All right, give it a shot and see what you think. All right, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.